Sure is beautiful. Just came out of the tunnel, headed towards Silverthorne, where I'm gonna get off the freeway, Summit County. Now I'm gonna stop filming and focus on driving like I should. This hunt has been 23 years in the making. From the first time that I saw Jeremiah Johnson when I was 15 years old, I've wanted to come out to the Rocky Mountains and do a hunt, specifically an elk hunt. And here I am at 38, finally doing it. Not only am I attempting to do this for the first time, but I'm attempting to do it alone. I'm also attempting to film it. So this is a monumental moment for me. So we have hit a roadblock. I am stuck. I'm about 10 miles, 15 miles off the main road. The last couple miles were real muddy. Everything went really fine. I hit this one spot. There's no place to turn around. I can go backwards, I cannot go forwards. If I go backwards too far, I will slide off the side of this mountain. I'm gonna walk the 1.2 miles, which is how far it's supposed to be to the camp where Braden's buddies are. So I'm gonna do that, and hopefully there's somebody there who can help me at least get, if not up the hill, back to a safe spot where I can turn around, but there's not really any place to turn around right here. I'm about 2 miles now, maybe a mile and a half, back the way I came, because there's a bunch of ranches down here. So I'm hoping I can get a hold of somebody. I got about 3 more hours of daylight. It's a new moon tonight, plus there's heavy cloud cover. It's gonna be dark as hell. So I may not try to walk back to the truck. If it gets dark, I may just keep walking. Okay, so I got to the first ranch. I climbed through the fence. They had about a half a mile long driveway. I walked down there. It was like they had a ranch house, and then they had a house that looked like for their ranch hands, but it didn't look like anyone was home. And from the looks of the tire tracks in the driveway, they've been gone for a few days. All right, so I'm back at the truck. I walked about 4 miles. I got a ride for about a half a mile from some guys in a pickup truck. Oh, here comes a couple guys. Man, today was tough. But I met some great people who helped me out, all hunters, great people. I couldn't have gotten out without Julio and Braden, but they guided me for a quarter mile on the side of a mountain as I backed up on mud and snow. You know, sometimes God doesn't send angels, sometimes God sends other good people, and I feel very blessed. All right, so after yesterday's ruckus, got a shower, got a good hot meal, and a okay night's sleep in a hotel, and now I'm back on the road headed to my second spot. So I'm excited about that. And also, there are mule deer freaking everywhere down here. All the elk are up high, but mule deer everywhere down here. They're just such amazing, beautiful creatures, and I love being out here, being able to see this. It's just a special thing, especially in this beautiful country. So, till later. Home sweet home for the next couple of nights. It feels pretty good. We'll see how it gets when it gets real cold tonight. But this tent is awesome. The snow on the ground's already starting to melt. I got this ground cloth that I can use right here. That way I don't have to get my boots on here. No signs of bears, so I do have not my fresh food, which is all frozen anyway, which is in a cooler in the back of the truck, but I do have my non-perishables, Mountain House and whatnot here in the bin, because I'm not too worried about that. So I'm gonna get a quick bite to eat and take a real quick nap, and then it's 10:30 right now. I'm hoping to be out there walking, trying to find some elk by noon, so I'll keep you posted. This is a late season hunt. This is after the mating season. Part of the reason why we hunt in the fall and early winter is because a lot of animals aren't going to make it through the winter anyway. There's less resources through the winter, as you can imagine. And not every elk is going to make it. The watering holes freeze up, food gets scarce, and the weather itself, even the cold, can have an impact on these animals, even though they're built to withstand it. Some of the elk are starting to migrate down. There's still some around, including one spike that went up the hill. I can't shoot that spike now, but I can shoot it next week if he's still here. But I'm just heading due north right now, maybe about a mile from camp. I'm seeing tracks everywhere. So my plan is to just spend 4 hours in the woods, see what I see, and get out of here before dark, get back to camp and enjoy a good night at camp. Pretty exciting to be out here in the snow, and it's snowing right now, flurries, and to see some tracks, fresh tracks, and to be able to follow it, really exciting. So anyhow, till later. I didn't see any elk sign. I did see some hoof prints, and I couldn't tell in the snow, but they were fresh. I couldn't tell if it was a little elk or a big deer. After about a half mile of tracking those hoof prints, I realized that it was indeed a mule deer, because at some point something spooked it, and then the hoof prints were from the hop. So I did see that. Day 2. 48 hours on my own. This step didn't go as planned, but there will be other steps and the journey will continue. Anyhow, signing off. Start, obviously, as you've seen up to this point, with the elk having moved through. I decided to get to Onyx, see if there's a place for me to go around 6,000 to 7,000 feet where maybe the elk are right now, and then find a place to go to a lower elevation and get out there. Since I'm going to be solo again on this next jaunt as well, I'm going to give myself about 3.5, 4 days, whatever it is. Going to go up on Tuesday. If I haven't shot anything by noon on Friday, I'm coming back, because I think shooting an elk by myself, the amount of time it would take to dress it and pack it out, it'd be at least 2 days, and I need to be back here on Sunday afternoon without a doubt. Colorado elk hunting is nothing to scoff at, and having never done it before, it's about the experience and it's about learning it. So hopefully I do come home with some eats. That is still my priority and my goal, but it's the experience first, it's meat second, it's the antlers or whatever the hell else you want to say last. So you'll see more later. I was looking for lower elevation, which I think is good. I think my instinct was right there. This place that I found is high desert, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I'm not seeing anything from this spot, so I've been glassing for a little while now and I can't see anything. And this time of year, especially the cows, should be grouped up and easy to see. So it's either I do some camping, which it's 40 right now. It's supposed to be warmer than it was last week. It's 40 right now, or 41, down to the mid-teens, and then it's going to slowly creep up to around 20 at night, and in the 40s during the day. So really not bad weather to be hunting at all. If there's no animals here, I'm not hanging out. So we'll see. I'm going to keep glassing. I'm going to move down the road and find another spot and see if I can glass from somewhere else in a different direction and see where we go. Fortunately, I have good cell coverage up here, so I can use Onyx to its fullest potential. So anyhow, that's it. Mule deer are everywhere around here, but they share a lot of habitat with elk. So time to go to a hilltop and get my binos out. I stumbled upon this. I saw a bunch of buzzards. I had a hard time looking through my binoculars, but I did see antlers. Mother Nature is cruel. Doing figure out what happened to this guy. Obviously, the coyotes have gotten to it. It's fairly fresh, fairly stiff. Shot placement's pretty good, but as you can see, coyotes go for all the soft tissue. Left all the good meat. Buzzards were working on it. That's really unfortunate. Four tines on one side, 3 on the other. This is a healthy deer. This is really sad. No, the hunter is not going to get this meat, but I just hope they punched their tag and didn't pretend that it didn't happen. But Yeah, there's still heat escaping from the body cavity. He'll be food for Mother Nature. Like I said, she can be cruel sometimes, but that is the way of the world, whether people like it or not. Well, I'm in Wyoming, headed north towards I-80, and heading home. And this is a failure, and part of it's not my fault. I'm a newbie, I'm doing this on my own, I'm doing the best I can. Part of it is my fault. I've made a lot of mistakes that won't be made next year. I basically spent one day hunting, and that's what I really wanted to do. But if there are no elk, then what I'm doing is camping, and I'd rather be at home with the girls than I would be camping by myself. I spend enough time away from them every year on outdoor excursions that unless there's a purpose for it, I don't want to do it. I've had that spiritual time, you know, I've learned a lot. I'm hoping this still comes together as some kind of story and some kind of learning experience that maybe I can share all my F-ups with the world, and people can relate, and maybe somebody can get something out of it. So that's why I'm still sitting here filming, even though I'm driving towards Rawlins. And the reason why I'm going back this way rather than back the way I came 3 times is because Wyoming is my happy place. So, lessons learned. I'll check in a little bit if I have something else to say. This was just the first step in the Western hunting journey, and I'm looking forward to the future. The story continues. There are a lot of miles ahead and obstacles in the way, but the road will lead to new places, new people, and new memories.